Your microphone's on. Call this public hearing to order, and we'll have a roll call, please.
Commissioner O'Rourke,
Present.
Commissioner Rexroth,
Present.
Chairman Wetzel,
Here.
Commissioner Ross is absent with prior notice, Commissioner Elgire,
Here.
Commissioner Lautner.
Present.
Okay, Richard, we'll turn it over to you, and then you can introduce John.
Hello, John. Mark's out here tonight. Okay. As you know, at your meeting I can't remember when this was first introduced, back in June. Anyway, we went through the process of looking at reestablishing a program here in Leelanau County that deals with green energy for developers that may want to, that would like to use loans, or best way that I can say, to build green structures. One of the steps we forgot to do was to set a public hearing, which we did last month. So tonight is your public hearing to see if anyone has any comments or any comments regarding the idea of pursuing this program. And I think you all had some good questions on it. It's called PACE for short. You will have an add-on for you after this session. You will have an add-on to the a regular agenda to adopt the resolution. Is a resolution approving the establishment of a property assessed clean energy program. You have an EDS in your packet that was handed out to you that we prepared this afternoon for you. This is one of those things that we probably should have already had on the agenda, but you know, when we're thinking about everything, it's the public hearing one just kind of like, oh yeah, we got to do that. Yeah, we've got to get the next item in there. So anyway, basically, you all have been through this, but we're hoping that you can have the discussion if you want to adopt a resolution at the regular meeting. So I know it's pretty brief, but I think y'all beat it up pretty good a couple months ago. So.
And this part of it will be the public hearing part of it, and then if there are commissioner concerns or questions, we can deal with that at the board agenda. Okay. So, John,
Yes, absolutely.
want to give an overview for the public? They may be watching online.
Thanks for the introduction. Yeah, just as a reminder, this is about
What does the screen look like?
Because it's not a special session, so we're not live.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, I'm interested.
Okay.
so not on TV. The property assessment energy program was adopted by the state back in 2010 and allows municipalities to opt into this program. The program in general allows property owners to finance green energy or energy efficiency improvements to their property. And to be completely honest, we see a lot more energy efficiency uses than what you consider green energy, any type of wind or anything. We see a lot more insulation, HVAC upgrades, plumbing upgrades, electrical upgrades that save electric and natural gas and any type of utility. It allows them to utilize the financing. All the financing comes from private lenders. And in turn, the county or the municipality will place a special assessment on the property to secure the loan. It benefits the property owner. They're getting the financing that's long-term, fixed rate. It's up to 25 years generally. And they're able to get a lot of upfront financing for things that can be very expensive, but can save them money in the long run. While it may be expensive to replace all the lights in your building, your electric bill is going to be decreased greatly month on month, and you'll see the benefit. For the lender, it allows them to lend money in a secure way. Special assessment makes their loan very secure. And then for the county in general, it's a tool to allow for economic development. If the program is not available, it's not available to property owners. They either find other types of financing or they don't do the project. But if it is available, it's an option for them. It's always voluntary by the property owner. It's always voluntary by the lender, and it's especially always voluntary by the county on a project-by-project basis. Leading Green Michigan acts as the administrator. We do the legal due diligence for the project, vet it, and when it's met our standards, we would introduce it to you. And then when it's met all of our check boxes, we would recommend it as a good project. And at that time, it's still the county's prerogative to approve or deny the project. for any given reason or for any non-given reason. And, at that point, then the special assessment would be placed, the property owner would obtain their financing, they pay it back to the lender directly. It's not collected by the county. And the goal is to place a special assessment, allow the property owner to pay it back directly to the lender. When they pay it back, we'll bring it back to the county for a signature for release. And at that time, in between then, the property owner will hopefully have installed everything and and seen the benefits that they're intended to, lower energy bill, potentially generating any energy, wind, geothermal, installing EV chargers. And one additional thing that was added this year is they can finance some resiliency measures against severe weather. So we haven't seen any of that in practice yet, but in other states that's had it. It's been things like drainage, so it prevents flooding in the case if they're in a flood zone. In certain states, it's hurricane or earthquake resiliency is a big thing. It's not so big in Michigan, but if they're on water sledge, erosion, seawall, that kind of stuff. If there's any questions specifically about it, I'm happy to answer them. There's a bunch of specifics of how a project gets approved. A mortgage lender has to consent to it. There has to be an energy audit done to show, by an engineer, to show the improvements. We're reviewing the title work to make sure they own property free and clear, all the taxes are paid, all the utilities are paid. These are all requirements in order to even get through the land agreement process and get to the county.
Free and clear, they don't have to be, they can have a mortgage.
Sorry, yeah, I should say they have clean title on the property.
Ownership, okay.
So there's
No liens,
funds and
IRS.
title. They can't be the tenant, so a tenant can't make improvements on their own, it has to be the landlord. There can be ground leases, it's project specific, but it can work. But, if they're under a land contract, those types of things, there has to be the ownership, clean ownership, and if there is any type of financing on it, that financing person or institution has to consent to the PACE program as well.
So someone's furnace goes out
Mhm.
and they're willing to do, what do you call those things that go along the ceiling? Anyway, something greener. That doesn't have to come before us, does it?
Solar panels.
Well, so a few things. So it would have to be a commercial property, first of all. So it
Oh, so
wouldn't
this is
be-
only commercial?
Yep, it wouldn't be residential.
Thank you, okay,
Yeah.
all right, you
And then-
answered my question.
But it does lead to another good point. Logistically, yes, it can come to the board every time. We have some townships and counties that want full board approval for everything. The majority don't. They
Yeah.
vest that into one person or one department, planning department or the treasurer or the county executive, someone that they an economic development department that we work with more directly. But it does need at the end sign off from the authorized official, which is named in the program. I believe earlier when there was a program that was the county treasurer, it can be anyone that.
That's who we're looking forward to do it, continue that. So.
Yeah, we work with either county treasurers, county executives, or like checking the board usually.
Okay.
Jen, a protocol question. It's a public hearing. Can commissioners continue to talk about this if they have questions?
I believe so. My prior minutes that I looked back at, because I haven't done a public hearing, says that you ask if there's any public present for questions, or if anyone wishes to comment.
I think the way I've seen it done, you bang the gavel, and you open the public hearing and let the public speak. And then when they're done, you close the public hearing. After that, you don't have to do anything else.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Does
So-
Lauren have a question?
We could get out there and make a public comment, so it's,
No, you don't. You can't.
So thank
Watch
you,
me.
John. Seeing no more public comments, we'll close the public hearing.
No, you haven't opened the public hearing.
the guy you say
Bang your gavel and say,
I thought I did.
Nope.
open the public hearing.
At this point, we'll open the public hearing.
But you're not talking to them, you're talking to them.
And Lauren's pretending to be our public.
Okay, you say none, close the public hearing. Okay, say none, close it.
At this point, we'll close the public hearing. Any
Very good.
commissioner questions?
Thank
Do
you.
anything else? Okay,
We will be adjourned.
yeah, until the next one.
Thank
Sounds
you.
wicked.
Thank-